I will introduce my group members. First, Nur Fatihah binti Rasid. Second, Nurul Atika binti Muhammad Aslam. Third, Nuril Amira binti Zamri. Fourth, Nurul Wahidah binti Syamsuddin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dinish Alwafi and I would like to talk about the issue of payment and working hours. The first issue is delay or infrequent wage adjustment. Delay wage adjustment refers to the failure of organization to review and increase employee salary in a timely manner, often leading to wage that do not keep pace with inflation, increased workload, or change in the market standard. Second issue is overtime abuse. Overtime abuse is when workers are forced to work longer hours than their contract hours without receiving enough money or acknowledgement. First, cost cutting and budget constraint. Employees may postpone salary increase to control expenses, especially during economic downturn or period of financial uncertainty. Second, rigid or outdated compensation policies. Follow fixed annual review cycle and do not adapt quickly to market change, inflation, or individual performance improvement. Third, lack of market benchmarking and performance monitoring. HR failed to regularly access market salary data or employee performance, which adjustment may be consistent or overlooked. Second issue is overtime abuse, unrecorded or unpaid extra hours. Employees are often expected to work beyond their scheduled hours without logging the time or receiving overtime pay, especially in salary or remote role. Workload and deadline pressure. Unrealistic expectation or heavy workload force employees to regularly work overtime just to meet basic job requirements. Toxic work culture or managerial pressure. Employees may feel obligated to work overtime to gain approval, avoid criticism, or secure promotion regardless of official policies.
These slides explain the different type of payment system used in the workplace. Monthly salary means that employee receive a fixed amount of day every month, no matter how many days they actually work in that month. This payment method is commonly used for permanent positions such as administrative staff, executive, and supervisors. Overtime pay is an extra payment given to employee when they work beyond the standard working hour, such as more 8 hours a day. For example, if the normal rate is Rm6 ringgit per hour, the overtime rate at 1.5 would be Rm9 per hour. Piece rate is a payment system where employees are paid based on the number of units they complete. This means they get paid for each item or task done, no matter how long it takes to finish it.
Let's move on to working hours. Working hours refer to the number of hours an employee is expected to work in a day or in a week. In Malaysia, the standard working hours are 8 hours per day or 48 hours per week as stated under the Employment Act 1955. If an employee works more than this, it is called overtime and they must be paid at least 1.5 times their normal hourly wage. Some companies offer flexible working schedules where employees can choose different start and end times. Meanwhile, shift work is used in industries that operate 24 hours a day, such as healthcare, security, and manufacturing. A dynamic transformed scenario had all 4 types of working hours can be observed depending on the department and the role.
Next, this slide is highlight the positive impact of different payment systems on both employee and organization. Among the positive impact to employee are firstly financial security. With a monthly salary system, employee can plan their finances better because they receive a fixed income every month. This gives them stability and peace of mind. Secondly, motivated to perform. In a piece rate system, employees are more motivated to work hard because their income depends on how much work they complete. The more they do, the more they earn. Thirdly, opportunity to show commitment. By working overtime, employee can demonstrate responsibility and dedication. This can lead to better performance evaluation, increased employer trust, and even open door for promotion or reward in the future. Next, the positive impact for the organization are firstly employee retention and loyalty. A stable and fair salary makes employees feel valued and secure. As a result, they are more likely to stay with the organization. This helps reduce employee turnover and save time and costs related to recruiting and training new staff. Second, improve reputation and compliance. Organizations that pay fairly and follow labor laws will gain a good reputation. At the same time, they can avoid legal issues or penalties while building trust among employees and the public. Thirdly, increase productivity. Overtime works enable organizations to complete more tasks or orders in a short time, especially during busy period. It helps manage backlog and meet urgent deadlines without needing to hire extra workers, which boosts both output and overall performance.
There are serious negative impact which is burnout and stress, work-life imbalance and high turnover. Burnout and stress, working long hours without enough rest can lead to burnout and stress. At Dynamic Transform, many employees feel mentally drained and emotionally tired after a long stay. This affects their ability to focus, lower their performance, and kills their motivation to work effectively. For example, at Dynamic Transform, some staff in the operation team often work late into the night when handling urgent client requests. After a while, they reported feeling demotivated and struggle to concentrate during morning meetings. Second is work-life imbalance. When people spend too much time at work, they are lost time for themselves and their families. This causes a work-life imbalance where employees feel frustrated and tired and emotionally disconnected. Even when they are at home, they might still feel unhappy or stressed out because of works. Third, high employees turnover. When employees feel overwhelmed and overworked, they start looking for other job opportunities. Most people want a better work-life balance. This leads to high turnover, which means the company loses good staff and it becomes expensive and hard to train a new one. What is low morale? When workers feel tired and unappreciated, their morale drops. They may lose their motivation to do their best or stop caring about their tasks. This can affect teamwork and leads to a negative and unhappy workplace culture. For example, some employees at Dynamic Transform were asked to stay back frequently for overtime, but no allowance or appreciation was given. After a few weeks, the team started to feel frustrated and no longer look forward to coming to work. This created a cool and negative atmosphere in the office. Lastly, heart problem. Long working hours can also affect our heart. Some employees suffer from insomnia, constant fatigue, or even high blood pressure due to stress. This causes them to take more sick leave and reduce their ability to work properly.
When something goes wrong, like getting paid late or not being fairly compensated for the extra hours we put in, it doesn't just affect our finances. It affects organizations' day-by-day operations and serious consequences from legal perspective. Unfortunately, when HR or management overlook this problem, the consequences can be serious, not just for employees but for the organization too. In Malaysia, these matters are protected under the Employment Act 1955, which clearly outlines what employers must do when it comes to paying their workers. And when those responsibilities are ignored, there are real legal consequences. For example, if a company delays salary beyond the 7 days after the end of the month, that's already a violation. The employer can be fined up to RM50,000 ringgit, and if they still don't fix the issue after being warned, they could be fined an extra 1,000 ringgit for every single day the delay continues. It doesn't stop there. If someone is paid less than they were promised, or if their overtime work goes unpaid, the company can be taken to the court. In many cases, Labor Department or Industrial Court will step in and issue a court order forcing the employer to repay the employee every cent they are owed, with added interest or compensation. This legal action can damage the company's reputation, affect its ability to hire new talent, and even lead to criminal charges if the offences are repeated or serious. So, at the end of the day, ignoring salary and overtime issues doesn't just hurt the employees, it put the entire organization at risk. That is why HR and management must not only understand the law but act on it. Because paying employees fairly and on time isn't just the legal thing to do, it is the right thing to do. Dissatisfaction often leads to higher employee turnover. Talented and hardworking staff may start looking for better opportunities, places where they feel valued, and where they know they will be paid fairly. And when they leave, it doesn't just cost the company time and money to hire and train replacement. It is also disrupt team's dynamic and slow down overall productivity. And speaking about productivity, that's another major consequences. Employees who are unhappy or financially stressed can't focus the same way. They may become disengaged, make more mistakes, or even mentally check out while still on the job. In some cases, they may take more sick days or simply put in the bare minimum effort just to get by. When all of this happen across the organization, it creates a ripple effect. Quality of work declines and the company ability to operate smoothly takes a hit. So, in short, ignoring salaries issue doesn't just create legal trouble, it quietly eats the company performance.
Let's move on to solutions for managing payment system and working hours. To address the challenges of payment system and working hours, organizations need clear and practical solutions that balance employee needs with business goals. Here are some effective methods companies can use. First, they should implement transparent and fair payment system. Employees need to understand how they are paid and trust that their compensation reflects their work fairly. Second, organizations must ensure strict compliance with labor law and regulations. These include properly paying for overtime and respecting limits on working hours to avoid legal risks. Third, companies can offer flexible and balanced scheduling options. This can include shift swapping, compressed work weeks, or hybrid model. Flexibility helps employees manage their personal life while maintaining productivity. Fourth, using HR system to track hours and pay accurately is essential. Digital system reduce error and ensure everyone is paid correctly and on time. Fifth, organizations should maintain open communication channel, encourage regular, honest discussion between employees and managers about workload and schedule. These allow employees to discuss workload concern and propose adjustment if they feel overworked. Finally, conducting regular salary review ensure that pay stay competitive with the market and reflects employee contribution over time. All these strategies can lead to better job satisfaction, lower turnover, and a more productive workforce. An interesting example of how companies are addressing working hour issue is the 4-day work week model. In this approach, employees work only 4 days a week but continue to receive the same pay for fewer days. The idea is to reduce weekly working hours without reducing salaries. Companies that try this model have reported great results. Employee satisfaction increased because people had more time to rest, take care of their families, or focus on personal growth. Surprisingly, many of these companies found that productivity remained the same or even improved. Employees became more focused, less stressed, and better at managing their time. This case shows that rethinking how we schedule work can bring benefits for both sides as happier employees and successful business. In conclusion, payment system and working hours are important human resource issues that directly affect employee well-being and organization success. By applying fair pay practice and balanced schedule, improve employee well-being, reduce stress, boost satisfaction, and companies can create healthier, more sustainable work environment. Simply changes like a clear pay structure or a shorter work week can lead to big results in satisfaction, performance, and loyalty. Thank you for watching our presentation. We hope this helps you understand why managing payment and time fairly is not just a business decision, but a human one.